You better, I can think of nice, well, I think of very nice places that old Harvard, like Grenada.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, really nice. So it's
Where is he at the moment?
I still want to do with Bob.
No, he's probably fine.
So I went in to see where it was, and there's some hand adopted eyes on the side.
But you can see it all in there, can't you, really?
It's the menopause jacket. Well, I knew we were going to be sting tonight, so I knew it was going to be.
Quite quick.
Evening, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Welcome to this extraordinary meeting of the Crewe Town Council being held on the 28th of February 2023. The Town Council meetings are now recorded, with recordings streamed live and stored on the Town Council's YouTube channel. By virtue of attending the meeting, you consent to having your image and audio recorded for this purpose. If you do not wish for your image and audio to be recorded, then please do not stay for the meeting. For those in attendance, we're not expecting a fire drill tonight, so if you hear the fire alarm, please head out the nearest fire exit and congregate at the fire assembly point on the open centre in front of the car. First item on the agenda is apologies.
Yes, we have apologies from councillors Al-Sanjari, Bragg, Brindley, Gilder, Green, Nagra and Soane.
Thank you. It's very noted. Next item on the agenda is declarations of interest. Do we have any declarations of interest from councillors regarding any items on tonight's agenda? Item 3. Following the co-option of councillors Erewala and Harvey at the last full council meeting, the composition of the council has changed. There are now 18 Conservative group members, 4 Liberal Democrat group members, and 3 Labour and Independent group members.
Be okay to make a proposal at this stage. It has read a very short agenda, and if you're trying to move things along, I'd like to make a proposal. I have a seconder, and the proposal is that the 9-member committees should be increased to 10, and that the 3-member committees or subcommittees, working groups, should be increased to 4. This would ensure that the experienced councillors on this council would not be lost to the duration of the rest of the council year, which is a few meetings.
Is there a seconder?
Yes, I'll second that. And I thought the proposal also allows our new colleagues to get involved and not sit on the sidelines for the last few meetings, which seems to take away.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would just like to extend that to have the precise number of members of each of the committees that allow us to continue with the current Liberal Democrat allocation and Labour Independent. I think it just adds one of those committees. I think it's the 3s or something like that. So I don't know whether Carol, will you accept that amendment?
Sorry, that's exactly what I've said.
Right, you have 2. You have 9s and 4s.
Well, those are the only ones to affect it.
Councillors 5 are also affected. So.
Okay. I thought I worked
We're
it out.
saying the same thing, but we're making sure that we did the whole lot.
Okay, thank you.
So do we need to vote on this, or have you clarified it to where you want it to be?
The proposer has accepted the amendments, so that then becomes the substantive. So it's all the parties. And I would suggest we could go straight to the vote.
Okay.
Can I just clarify on that, therefore, that the committees would be 3 to 4, 5 to 6, and 9s to 10s.
Yeah.
Study 4 to 9. 3 to 4 and 9 to 10. Right. Okay, all those in favour, please raise.
Hold on a second, can I just hold on a second on that?
Yeah, okay.
We can't necessarily take the recommendation for those. I need to just check because the parent committee members are the only people that can do the subcommittees, which is why the agenda was set out in the order that it was. Let me just check a second, please. Yes, and then we'll move straight on to the others because we have to suspend standing. We have to suspend standing orders as well to allow.
Standing order 9.1D.
Yeah, we have to suspend other standing orders as well because it should be a parent committee meeting. So the standing orders dictate that any decision for those child committees shouldn't happen at a full council meeting other than the annual meeting. So by suspending those, as the agenda recommends, would allow then the people who are here from those committees to make that decision here, that's why the agenda says.
So are we, okay.
I would propose suspending standing order 9.1.D. Do I have a seconder? We need to vote on that.
So can we vote on that before this one, or is this?
Yes, we have to do that first.
Yes, because I've got, that is number 4, item 4 on the agenda anyway.
Interesting if we can follow the agenda for standing order.
Okay, right, let's.
Can I just check, is that
Yeah.
9.1D?
That's the one I've got on for suspending, is under 9.1.
That's about suspending committees.
Yes, it talks about to reinstate that changes must be proposed and approved by members of the relevant parent committee. That's why we're suspending that.
There are obviously other, as it says in the agenda, there are other standing orders which dictate that the decision can only be made at a parent committee meeting. So I don't think even suspending this particular standing order would allow a non-parent committee to make the decision. I would recommend, for speed, that we just go through the agenda as is. We've got it set out and we'll be very quick with it. If that's okay.
You okay with that, Keith?
Yes, absolutely.
And then we'll see if all the things that I wanted happen with.
It just makes sure that we are following procedure. That's all.
We'll make sure it happens. Okay. I will carry on with item 4. Right, that's where we are. Item 4A. It's to note, following the change to the composition of the council, the division of places on standing committees has also changed. And that, in line with Standing Order 9.1D, this has led to the suspension of the standing committees. These changes are set out in report number FC 323, which you can see on page 3 of the agenda. In order to resume standing committee meetings, item 4B asks members to consider changing the number of places on standing committees to a workable number. Committee membership numbers based on the current division of places are set out on FC 323 and can be seen on page 5 of the agenda. So, unless anyone wishes to propose a different number for individual committees, it seems to make sense to request a proposed change for all 3 standing committees together. So we now have the proposal.
We have a proposal from Councillor Jewell to move 9 to 10, seconded by Councillor Skegg. So if there's no one else, we can move to a vote.
Yes. So are we happy to move to a vote on that? All those in favour of moving 9 to 10, please raise your hands.
That's 11, so that's everybody.
Everybody, so that's that proposal has gone through. Okay, no abstentions. Right. Can all Those-
So next, we move on to
Which one is it now? That's it. Right. Okay. Item 4C asks for confirmation of any changes to political group appointments on the standing committees. So we are to get changes for.
Yes, so there's an extra Conservative group place on those committees, and the leader has already confirmed to me that on the Planning and Communities Committee, it will be Mohammed Parvez. Strategy and Resources will be Councillor Kay Gilder, and Leisure Services Committee will be Councillor Bill Soane.
Just to notice that. So item 5A is to note that following the change to the composition of the council, the division of places on committees with a membership of either 5 or 3 councillors has also changed. And that in line with Standing Order 9(1)D, this has led to the suspension of these committees. These changes are again set out in report number FC 323 and can be seen on pages 3 and 4 of the agenda. In order to resume these committees, standing orders require that changes to membership numbers are considered at a meeting of the relevant parent committee. To avoid calling, as Matthew said, additional extraordinary standing committee meetings, agenda item 4B asks members to approve the suspension of standing orders 2.2b, 2.2d, 6.4.2a, 653A and 662A, which are the relevant standing orders which prescribe that changes must be made at meetings of the parent committee, and that should a quorate of members of the relevant parent committees be attending this meeting, they may then consider changing the number of allocated places on the committees for which they are the parent committee. This is in line with the process which is permitted to be followed at the annual meeting, so it's not without precedent. So do I have a proposer and seconder for this proposal? Keith proposed, Darren seconds, thank you. And all those in favour, please raise their hands. In that case, the relevant standing orders are suspended. Item 5C asks those members of the relevant standing committees to consider changing the number of places on the subcommittees, task and finish working groups and partnerships to a workable number. Again, membership numbers based on the current division of places are set out in report number FC 323 and can be seen on page 5 of the agenda. So I intend to consider the committees for which the Strategy and Resources Committee are the parent committee first, followed by those for which the Leisure Services Committee is the parent committee. Also, as the affected committees currently have either a membership of 5 or 3 members, unless anyone wishes to propose a different number for individual committees, it again seems sensible to request proposed changes for those or committees with a membership of 5 together, and then those with a membership of 3 together. So, firstly, those committee members for whom the Strategy and Resources Committee is the parent committee. So, Matthew, can you confirm those members that are here tonight who can vote on the Strategy and Resources?
Of course, yes. The members are Councillors Baker, Jewell, Lewis and Wicks, and that's 4, so that's quorum.
Madam Chair, I thought as we suspended standing orders, we could then vote as a full council the changes of 5 to 6 and 3 to 4.
It should still be the parent committee that makes those changes, because that has an eye, and also that was what, if you know, the agenda asks to approve suspending the orders, and that should the quorum of members, the members of the relevant standing committee to do it. So that was what was just voted on and voted for.
Okay, I don't understand it, but let's get going.
So yes.
I suppose the SML meetings or committees that are 5 go to 6. Are there any that's 3 in there as well?
I think there yes. Let me just check. There are a couple, there are a couple, yes.
3 to 4. I have a seconder.
So can we please move to a vote on changing from 3 to 4, did you say?
3 to 4 and 5 to 6.
3 to 4.
6.
All those in favour, please raise your hands.
Only the ones who.
That's everyone on the Strategy and Resources Committee. So, yeah.
So that's all the resources. Oh. So can you confirm the members of the Leisure Services Committee present and able to propose to take part in the vote on this?
Absolutely, it is councillors Smith, Jewell, Lewis, Heath, Hoskins and Swaddle, and that's 6, and again, it's quite a
Sorry, Carol.
I was going to make a proposal.
So I'm just going to ask.
You're ahead of the game, boy.
I know you are.
Proposal for those
Yeah, so
leisure services to go from 3 to 4 and 5 to 6.
do we have a second? Or Carl's proposal? So can we move to vote all those on the Leisure Services Committee to move 3 to 4 and 5 to
that's
6?
everybody.
In that case, it's been approved to amend the number of places from 3 to 4, 5 to 6. Membership of 3 councils. Can I ask, does any member of the Leisure Services?
I think.
Is there not any?
Okay, so this is the last item, isn't it? Is it to note any changes to political group appointments on committees where the numbers have been changed? And so are you going to read those out?
Yes, so again, it's a Conservatives group that have extra places on these. I've been advised that Councillor Gilder will join the Standing Orders and Financial Regulations Subcommittee and the 3G PIP Subcommittee. Councillor Hoskins will join the Youth Services Task and Finish Working Party, and Councillor Erawala will join the Town Electors Task and Finish Working Party. The other subcommittees and working parties and partnerships won't have anyone assigned to them at this moment in time.
Okay, so we've completed the business that we have to do. That completes the agenda. So